We're going to be talking about this Don Jr. response where he is saying we basically should just put an end to the boycott. Don't worry, I'll have a take on that. That's going to be coming up towards the end of the video. We're going to be talking about promoting brand new brands. We're also going to be talking about people taking others out of context. And we're also going to be reevaluating this whole apology, non-apology, and what Anheuser Busch should actually be doing versus what they are doing now. If Republican politicians don't want to reevaluate who it is that they take money from, then maybe the voters at some point in time shall reevaluate the politician come election or primary time. Guys, I did not want to do another video on this, but obviously a couple more things have happened. Even though I'm making this video on Monday and it will be revealed on Tuesday, we do need to talk about this because there's a lot going on here, and in this video we're going to be discussing a lot of it. And of course, you guys saw the thumbnail. You saw Don Jr. and asking the question, did he screw up with this? Just go ahead and know that what I said at the very beginning of the video is in fact very true. However, we do need to discuss that. We also need to discuss the people who are actually purveying all the information and why it is that they may want to kind of step back at this moment in time. I'm talking about people like Jebba Ellis, who, quite frankly, is pulling a Christine Blasey Ford on Twitter, suing people who are making memes at this moment in time. Don't worry, we will get to that soon because this also is kind of wrapped up into this as well. We're also going to be talking about Anheuser Busch's response one more time because even though I came out the other day and showed you guys that the CEO had basically given an apology, non-apology, it is apparently causing more backlash than they thought. One more thing to go on top of this. A lot of people have been kicking around the ideas of brand new beer companies, promoting other beer companies like, for example, say Yuengling. Also the fact that Coors' stock has gone up. Also the fact that Miller's stock is obviously up, even though a lot of people forget that Miller at one point in time played the woke train too. Either way, though, I think it's a cautionary tale for these two brewing companies to never go down this route again. And to go on top of this, I'm also going to be telling you guys what Anheuser Busch should actually be doing rather than the nonsense that they are doing now. So make sure you guys stick around for the full video. It's going to be a relatively lengthy one, but we got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and start with Anheuser Busch and what they should be doing. Look, Anheuser Busch's apology or non-apology was not exactly the right way to go. Look. Do you want me to tell you how this entire thing could have been remedied? And by the way, most conservatives, especially guys like myself, after a while, we would just go take the TikTok and make fun of it. I kind of showed you guys some of that the other day in this video here. After a while, we'll just simply make fun of the brand and try to have some fun. And then eventually, we'll just find something else. Now, of course, you've got this new beer brand called, I think it's called Right Wing Beer or something like that. We'll get to that here soon because before I go out of my way to say, hey, look, man, why don't you guys give these guys a shot? We need to make sure this is even a real company and this isn't just some type of trolling commercial, which I'll show you here in a second. But we also don't know how that beer tastes, so we'll get to that here soon. But here's the thing. This right is what Anheuser Busch should be doing. They released an ad, okay, and the ad was supposed to be like one of those patriotic ads that I think kind of fell flat given the fact that people already kind of saw who these people really were. As a matter of fact, I even talked about this in the previous video that we should have been seeing the woke turn a long time ago, especially with the Seth Rogen, Amy Schumer commercial. We should have already seen this coming. Now, there may be a bit of a split here, and which somebody kind of brought up in my Twitter feed earlier about the possibility that maybe what's really going on is that Budweiser is still trying to remain the more patriotic brand, where Bud Light, on the other hand, is trying to be the woke brand. I will get to that here soon. Just let me go ahead and say this right now. It does not matter because people are obviously catching on to this, and I think it was Mr. Reagan who, by the way, produced this little nugget that I thought was absolutely perfect for the occasion.
Hi there, my name is Prancer. I identify as a reindeer. This ad is what we call damage control. Our thinking is, maybe if we post an ad with our iconic Clydesdale that identifies as a reindeer, and we say vaguely patriotic things,
this is the story of the American spirit.
People will like us again.
Incidentally, I used to have a deep, rich baritone voice. Then I started drinking Bud Light.
It changes you. Look at these two typical American firemen. We can't put two white people together in an ad. We still have to virtue signal a little. I mean, we're still woke. We're just not that woke. Here's another couple of people, also two different races. I mean, honestly, what we really need to do is just say, we f***ed up. But we all know that's not gonna happen. So just look at the pretty horse that identifies as a reindeer and drink Budweiser again. If you don't, they said they're taking me to the glue factory. Look, there's two more dudes. Is that guy white? Is he Hispanic? Nobody knows. He's what we call ethnically ambiguous, our favorite race of all. This white guy gets it. So remember, folks, at Budweiser, we'll always be a little woke. This Bud's not for you. You know, maybe cutting my tail off is a mistake. What do you guys think? Well, it's too late now. No coming back from that. Gillette.
Mr. Reagan, good channel, very smart guy. I advise you guys go check him out. The thing is this right here, and he's obviously a little bit more eloquent than myself. I need to go ahead and say that right now. Here's the deal. Anheuser Busch, you guys kind of shot yourselves in the foot with this, and I don't think you guys are going to be able to recover. So let me go ahead and tell you right now what you should be doing. You're saying that it was a low-level staffer who did this. I personally have already given you guys my opinion on that I think that story sounds a little bit bunk. What might have happened was maybe it was low-level staffers who figured it would be a good idea to pander to a community that does not even drink beer, decided to partner up with Dylan Mulvaney, which, by the way, makes me also wonder who's really and truly in charge of Anheuser Busch. The first thing you need to do is that you need to get rid of the CEO that is there now. The statement that he gave was not really an apology. If anything, it was kind of a weak response. And it seemed to me like they were trying to pander to the community that they were originally trying to pander to in the first place, without remembering that their core base is mostly good old-fashioned country boy, working-class rednecks like myself. Yes. Also, one more thing, too. I need to go ahead and say this now. I meant to talk about this earlier. I'll be leaving this video here in the description box. This is a video that Tim Pool had released earlier. And, of course, he talked about the media backlash and how the media is actually spinning this like just a bunch of conservative right-wing bigots. Let me go ahead and tell you guys right now, if you're a conservative like myself, just go ahead and wear it on your sleeve, because regardless of what happens, these people are going to slam you anyways. Just go ahead and wear it on your sleeve. Just go ahead and get used to it. They're going to call you racist. They're going to call you sexist. They're going to call you bigot. They're going to call you all that crap. Bipartisanship does not exist in this country any damn more, unless, of course, it is designed to bipartisanly do you up the rear without the common courtesy of a reach around or the common courtesy of a lubricant. Don't worry, I have a video out on that coming out on Monday to talk about the situation in Tennessee with red flag laws, because obviously Republicans and Democrats are about to screw their voters over there. Now, back on topic. Fact of the matter is, what you should be doing is you need to make like a commercial where you yourself comes out and actually apologizes. Tell people what the hell really and truly happened. Tell them that you were not thinking. Tell them that you made a mistake. Tell them that you are done with Dylan Mulvaney. Tell them that you are done with the wokeness. Tell them that the Anheuser Busch brand was always originally a patriotic brand, and obviously we did something here that, quite frankly, or we allow something, wherever you want to say, we allow something that obviously to occur that, quite frankly, should not have occurred. Please accept our apology. Dylan Mulvaney is gone. We will no longer be pandering to a community that, quite frankly, does not drink beer, or to the 3% of the audience out there that we were actually looking to get some additional buys from. That means get rid of the girl, the one who looks like Michael Wincott, the one that we talked about the other day. Get rid of the brand new CEO. Put some actual people in charge who actually understand beer. Now, guys, something else, too, that Anheuser-Busch could do to kind of help their situation out is kind of go back to the feel of nostalgia. Let me explain this really quick. And don't worry, we'll get to Don Jr. here soon. Here's the thing. Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser used to put up good commercials. Like actual, honest-to-God, good commercials. I'm putting up this little commercial here of the Bud Light Toad. Okay, the Bud Light. You know, you guys remember? Bud. Wise. You guys remember those? I know my impersonation is not very good. Oh, shit.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Damn. Seems to me like that might have been a little bit prophetic. Either way, though, there is a reason why it is that people are preferring the feel of nostalgia. This is kind of like what I was trying to get on a while ago about the possibility of Budweiser being the more patriotic brand, whereas Bud Light is obviously the more woke brand. That crap is not going to work because they automatically associate you now with wokeness itself. You guys really and truly screwed the pooch here. Now, let me say this, okay? This needs to be said right now. People are wanting the old thing back. The reason why they're wanting the old thing back is obviously because the new woke thing absolutely sucks. I mean, you guys have got a commercial out right now where you're doing the whole Caddyshack thing. You know the song, I'm all right, no need to. I mean, you're kind of doing that. Maybe you should stick to that there instead of going in this woke direction, because obviously The nostalgia is the anti-woke. That's what people want at this moment in time. Now, let's get to Don Jr. So Don Jr. released a statement on his show Triggered, which is on Rumble. Okay, he was supposed to have Cat Turd on, and he essentially said that we should kind of drop the boycott. Now, as I said at the very beginning of the video, if Republican politicians want to take money from a place that, quite frankly, has gone completely woke or is going woke, then maybe they need to reevaluate their relationship with those donors. Who also at the exact same time, not only does the relationship with the donors need to be reevaluated, but obviously our relationship with these politicians needs to be reevaluated. There are elections every 2 to 6 years. It includes Congress, it includes local, it includes school boards, it includes president, governors, senators. I'm pretty sure you guys get the point by now. If you're going to take money from woke corporations, then obviously at some point in time, we're going to need to kind of reevaluate you.
Or is it something bigger? This could be just the act of one rogue, woke lunatic in a marketing department filled with leftist staffers. The Daily Wire is now reporting that no one at the senior level of Anheuser Busch was aware of the partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. That makes sense, and I saw a little bit about that. Charlie Kirk was talking about it, my friend and friend of the show. Was talking about it the other day, so I decided to look in on it. I had my team get into the details, and we looked into the political giving and lobbying history of Anheuser Busch. And guess what? They actually support Republicans. In woke corporate America, Anheuser Busch supports Republicans. Last cycle, their employees and their PAC gave about 60% to Republicans and 40% to Democrats. Pretty big for some important races. For example, they went big for Kevin McCarthy's effort to take back the House and fire Nancy Pelosi. That's a big one. Okay, we had Kevin. He was the first guest on the show. And people criticized me at the time for supporting him because I knew the guys he had brought in for months prior to that and what he was going to do. And honestly, I think we're looking at the results. We're seeing his favorability. He's delivering all the promises that he made to the Republican base and our people. Also unheard of for someone once they amass power in Washington, D.C. So, he's proving the haters wrong, and it's a great thing for Republicans. You know who else Anheuser Busch went big for? They went big for J.D. Vance in Ohio. Literally the most lit person in the United States Senate, as far as I'm concerned. A good friend, someone who's fighting hard, someone who's one of the few guys you'd actually want in a fight with you in the United States Senate, even on the Republican side. And on the lobbying front, we looked into the bills that Anheuser Busch was working. You know what they're focused on, guys? They're focused on taxes and trade. Things that actually impact their business. They haven't done any lobbying for the random pet issues of the day and the nonsense and the, BLM crap. I didn't find that. They focused on the things that affect their job. They focused on things that affect their business.
Really quick, let me go ahead and say this, all right? If you know good and well that your consumer base, the main people who buy your product are loyal conservatives, that quite frankly you know that they're patriotic and that you have a good relationship with them, then it should not bother you to come out and actually give a physical apology. All right, you should be out in front right now. You should be doing a television commercial with the CEO, not the CEO that did this crap or made that half-ass apology. You need to have new people in charge, maybe even some of the old people who, quite frankly, sold you this company. You might want to put those people out there to say, look, man, we apologize about this. We are so sorry. Why can't you do that? If you really and truly believe that these people love you and they're willing to forgive you, why did you not do that? Why did you continue to make matters 10 times worse with a non-apology? Now, I disagree with this premise, okay? I understand where he's coming from. Look, guys, you can understand what somebody is saying and still disagree with them. Now, here is the thing that we need to discuss. Many people took that little snippet right there and they automatically assumed that Don Jr. was saying, look, I'm okay with the wokeness. No. That's not what Don Jr. was saying. Don Jr. kind of got caught between a rock and a hard place, and I think he responded absolutely the wrong way. He didn't respond to the fact that people were upset about the culture. He's thinking more about the political aspect of this. He's thinking more about donations and stuff like that there, which, as I said before, Anheuser Busch needs to reevaluate its actual relationship with conservatives, and conservatives need to reevaluate their relationships with their politicians, and the politicians need to actually reevaluate their relationships with Anheuser Busch. That is what I'm saying to you. I understand that they are a donor, but at the same time, though, I think DC Drano made an extremely good point a couple of nights ago when he shared Matt Walsh's tweet about making an example out of Anheuser Busch. It is great to do that, but I think that Matt Walsh is thinking a little bit too singular here. You see, what should be happening is this here. We should be doing this, but then we should turn right back around and promote beer companies like this here.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online.
That's how you win the culture. Now, I understand that I was supposed to be talking about Don Jr., and don't worry, we're going to finish up here. This is what I'm trying to get to here. Matt Walsh, great on the issues, but dude, you voted for frickin' Evan McMullin in 2016. You were more than willing to let Hillary Clinton walk into the White House. So please forgive me if I don't fully put all faith in you. Something else too. I mentioned Jenna Ellis earlier. You see, Jenna Ellis is using this as an opportunity to spin this right here into Trump versus DeSantis, which I think is extremely stupid and extremely desperate, especially given the fact that Don Jr. is not running for president. His daddy is running for president, and his daddy has yet really to say anything, because I think his daddy is probably more interested in letting, like, I don't know, we, the conservative base, take care of something that we, the conservative base, have complete control over. We don't have to buy the product. We can boycott the product. We can produce another product. I think that's what's really and truly going on here. I think the reason why is because a lot of culture war issues can be handled at the state, local level, and also be handled with you the person, you the viewer, you the voter, me. That's how this right here, that's how it works. So Jenna Ellis, who by the way also at the same time is suing Alex Berkowitz and even got Brandon Dilley's account quasi-suspended from Twitter over memes. She needs to do us all a favor and be freaking quiet. By the way, the whole meme thing is exactly what the Trump base did in 2016. I know that because people like myself got memed by them. I did not really become a part of that collection until roughly 2020, 2021, and it was the Ron DeSantis influencers like Max Nordau and John Cardillo and Jesse Kelly that sent me the other damn way right back to Trump. So just go ahead and throw that out there now. Let's go ahead and get back to what Don was saying.
Watching the show understands that I would not be a fan of, nor would any father or reasonable individual who's not become a total sociopath. Over 300 massive companies signed on to this crap, including Pepsi, Amazon, American Airlines, General Mills, General Motors, Google, Marriott. I could go on and on. It's a who's who of corporate America. You know who didn't sign on to that list? Anheuser Busch. So here's the deal. Anheuser Busch totally shit the bed with this Dylan Mulvaney thing. I'm not, though, for destroying an American and iconic company for something like this. Trust me, the memes have been so good, I'm sitting there chomping at it, like I want it. But like when I actually look into it, I'm not going to blame the whole company for the inaction or the stupidity of someone in a marketing campaign that got woke as hell. The company itself doesn't participate in the same leftist nonsense as the other big conglomerates. Frankly, they don't participate in the same woke garbage that other people in the beer industry actually do, who are significantly worse offenders when I looked into it. But if they do this again, then it's on them. Then screw them. But listen, one of the things we have to do, I like calling balls and strikes, and I love going after people when they screw up. But I think sometimes we do have the tendency of like shooting first and aiming second, not looking into the details, figuring it out. I get that, guys. It's easy. I've complained about that on this show before, which is when we do the, hey, we got you, and Wuhan lab leak theory, COVID, vaccines, whatever. It's like 2 years later, we're proven right and we dunk on them online, but they still won. This is like the opposite of that. This is one like we're dunking on them now, but when you actually look into it, they'd be one of the more conservative-leaning companies in America. So they've been put on notice. I'm leaving them alone. I think you should probably do the same. If they do it again, they've been warned. But in the grand scheme of things, man, Anheuser Busch, a lot less woke than the rest of corporate America. So I don't know that we want to kill the guys that are the least of the offenders than going after the guys that are worst of the offenders, like the people I read on that list earlier. So, guys, in other news, Biden's blunders.
See, people are taking this out of context. Do I agree with what Don said? No, I don't agree with what Don Jr. said. However, it does not give you the right. It does not give you the right to completely take someone out of context. You guys have got to be wary of the influencers themselves. You've got to be wary of who these people are. Is it true that Anheuser Busch donates to conservatives? Yes, they do. However, you, the voter, you need to simply reevaluate the politician, and the politician itself needs to reevaluate the company of which, by the way, they get their money from. That is what needs to happen here. That is the lesson to be learned here. And also, like I said about Anheuser Busch, if you guys really and truly want any shot at getting our business back, then maybe what you should do is come out and do exactly what I said you should do. Give an actual, honest-to-God, heartfelt apology, okay? That is what you should be doing right now, and simply not allow someone like Dylan Mulvaney or any of the wokes that are in your company right now to ever come back. Send their ass down the road. Send their ass to Blue Moon. Send their ass to freaking Pabst. Send their ass to anywhere but freaking Anheuser Busch. If you do that there, you may get these people back. And one more thing too, as I mentioned before, we've also got to be promoting these conservative brands. As I keep on saying to you guys, buy local. Buy local, buy small time, buy from freaking small businesses. Now that right there is where I'm going to end the video at, guys. John Claymore here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, sign up in the comment section. If you disagree, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm pretty sure we can have a conversation there. Fact of the matter is that we got a lot of smoke going on here, and obviously smoke is getting a lot worse. For whatever reason, please, guys, do not take the media seriously. They're going to brand you however the hell they want anyways. Just go ahead and accept who the hell you are and be proud of who you are. Also, one more thing, too. SJWs, piss off.